The Ninth Circuit resets the clock for non-convictions, and states keep putting the cart before the horse when it comes to legalized marijuana. We'll have all this and more in today's Screening News Update. According to the Fair Credit Reporting Act, consumer reporting agencies may not report any arrest record that is more than 7 years old, which begs the question, when does the timer start? Is it 7 years from the date of the charge or the date of the disposition of the charge? This has long been debated. Now, the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals has weighed in. In Moran v. The Screening Pros, the plaintiff alleged the background screener did several things wrong, including deciding to report non-convictions based on the date of disposition instead of the date it was entered. Not only did the Ninth Circuit decide the correct reference for that 7 years would be the date of the charge, but it also ruled that even positive outcomes, like a dismissal, cannot be reported more than 10 years after the initial charge was filed. Employers in the Ninth Circuit's region, California, Arizona, Oregon, Washington, Nevada, and Idaho, all need to check their policies to make sure they are not using the date of dismissal. There is chatter that this issue could go all the way to the Supreme Court. Have you ever fudged your experience on a resume to look more qualified for a position? Well, in South Africa, such embellishments could soon land you in jail. The National Qualifications Amendment Bill has passed and is waiting for the president's signature. Once that happens, those who fabricate their qualifications could spend up to 5 years behind bars. Companies will also be held responsible for hiring someone who lies. The most common misrepresentations found on resumes in South Africa are claiming professional certificates they don't really have, inflating their education credentials, or presenting fake degrees altogether. As states continue to put the cart before the horse in the race towards legalization, problems keep cropping up regarding recreational marijuana. So far, 10 states have voted to legalize. Now both Vermont and New Hampshire are struggling with some pretty big issues. For example, in Vermont, recreational use has been legal for almost a year, but there is still no mechanism to sell the drug legally. A plan to do so is stuck in the state legislature. That means the black market is still alive and well. On top of that, the governor is now concerned about highway safety and wants to see some way to measure driver impairment. The New Hampshire House passed a legalization bill last month, but a Senate committee is now concerned that the state is trying to legalize something that is still illegal under federal law. A state Senate committee has recommended delaying their vote until they can figure out the impaired driver issue as well as how to limit advertising to children. And that's all for today. Be sure to join us every week for more news, and be sure to check out ebiinc.com for more screening information. I'm Jennifer Gladstone. See you next time.